I'm just going to put enough water to cover it so we can blend it. Now, I'm going to apologize to you. This is supposed to have oil and baking powder, and they were left at home. But we're still going to go through the motions in the process of doing it.
Can you tell us the amount of oil, Veggie?
Yes, the amount of oil is 1 teaspoon per cup. I'm going to use 3 cups, so it should have 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Teaspoons, tablespoons.
One per cup, 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon. Yes. And in here I have
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but you said 1 teaspoon
1
per cup
teaspoon
of what?
per cup of flour.
The kamut grain.
Yes, kamut grain and flour. So I have 1 cup of kamut grain that's sprouted, and 2 cups of kamut flour.
And was that sprouted kamut flour?
You can use a sprouted kamut flour, but your pancakes won't come up as fluffy. They'll be a little grainier. And we do that sometimes, and we like them. But you have to just understand that it's not going to be those nice fluffy pancakes if you do the whole thing. So this is just flour that has been kamut flour that is not sprouted. So this is 2 cups of kamut flour. And I would throw in here the baking soda. For this amount, I'd probably put like 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda.
Is it soda or powder?
Baking soda, or bicarbonate of soda. Or you
It's
can
not
use baking
It's not. It's soda. Soda.
or baking soda. What you want to do is make sure that you don't get any with aluminum.
That would be
Aluminum
baking powder.
Baking. If you do the baking powder, aluminum free. But I use the baking soda.
Okay.
What was the question? Yes.
I'm good.
Okay. So those are all the ingredients. You can put a little bit of honey, a little bit of salt to flavor it also. You want the kamut seeds to completely blend as much as possible. And as you can see, I'm doing all of this in a regular blender. It is for smoothies, I guess, but it's just a regular blender, which means you don't have to go and spend a lot of money to do it. I was also talking about the kamut, about the coconut. That you take the coconut flesh, put it through the champion juicer, and you get the cream from the coconut. And maybe if at the end I'm going to have Janelle bring the coconut, and we'll have the butter and all of those things, so you can taste it. The coconut cream is absolutely delicious. You don't have to use butter. You can use a coconut cream. It's so delicious and inexpensive to make, really, because with 1 coconut you make a lot. Okay, so once you blended it, I am going to throw it in here.
Stella, when you do the coconut, do you put it through the juicer like you're making juice, or do you put the flat screen thing?
Like you're making juice.
So what's
Which
coming
screen do you
through
put
it?
in, Sheila?
Just
So
the regular, the juice
The
screen.
juice comes through, the pulp goes
The
out.
pulp goes out.
And your cream is what went through. It's the
Yes.
juice that came
Yes, and do that at your own risk, because it's something that the makers of the champion juicer don't necessarily might not be too excited about you doing that, because it's thicker.
Have you ever put the flat, where it's not the screen, but like the ice cream thing where you put the
If you
flat?
do that, you will have very grainy, and it won't be cream. It will be just very grainy coconuts. And it won't be like a cream, it'll be like a fiber. So if you do the cream, we've done that, Shannon, right? And it works. So you can use that. It does work, but definitely my disclaimer is do it at your own risk. I've never had any trouble with my champion, and I do it. I use it all the time. So
And what do you use that
Cream.
coconut cream for?
I use it in replacement of butter on the pancakes. Just put it on.
Put it in everything.
Put it in smoothies, and it's very good for you. Yeah. We really like it on our pancakes. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to need a little bit of water.
Oh, you want it back.
I'm sorry. Just to, I'm sorry. That was about a cup of liquid with this grain, so you need like a cup of water per cup of flour. Because of the wet sprouts, it might be a little different, it might vary, so you have to kind of see the texture and that you want. So I did like a cup and a half. So just mix it. Now, for those that don't like using baking powder or baking soda, you can do the sprouts, I mean the pancakes, excuse me, without it also. They might not be as thick and fluffy, but because of the sprouts, it does help it a little bit.
So you don't need flax to hold it together at all?
You just reminded me of the other ingredient that I'm missing. Absolutely. We do need the flax, and that's what we have it for. This is our eggs. I wouldn't put too much of it. I wouldn't put too much of it because it can get really gooey, so I probably would put about a teaspoon, yeah. Maybe a half a teaspoon.
And that adds,
It goes a long ways when.
will that help with the sprouted tortillas too?
Yes, I
To
think
help
so.
hold it together?
To
or-
pull it together. Yes, it does. It really does help.
I tried making a millet tortilla the other day by cooking the millet first.
Okay.
Falling apart.
Did you do tortillas another time?
We did. And we have the instructions somewhere here. As soon as, yeah, we'll get it together.
Is it on your website?
Not yet. But we have instructions. I know we do. And this does not have baking powder or baking soda, so let's see how it turns out. Now, you have to calculate the temperature and everything. This is the first time that I do the pancakes on this kind of a burner and with this kind of heat, so I don't know if it's gonna work. But it looks like it's working. See, it has all the nice bubbles. I don't know if you can see from there. And so it should work. Okay.
Do you want me to put the ones from Janelle?
What?
Does she have some more suggestions?
Some pancakes. I think they are. You already have the pancakes, right? She passed them out. How about the patties?
She did both. She had both on the tray.
Okay. Did you like the sprouted patties?
They were wonderful.
Were they good? Yeah. And you can. My daughter calls them when I do them crispier. She calls them chicken patties. You know, those are like chicken patties. You can use them as salmon patties or chicken patties. It's really doing well. I don't know if you can see from there. So we should have a good pancake in a little bit, and then we'll be done.
And that's without the
I turned
baking
it
soda
to
or powder. That's pretty good.
That's
And without
without.
oil. You just put
Not even oil. So
Well, now that did have, I thought you said a half a teaspoon of oil.
She didn't put it in. She didn't have it.
it's supposed to
not
have it, but we didn't put it in because I didn't bring it.
You didn't bring it,
Yes.
okay. I see.
Hauling all this stuff in the morning is
And then
challenging,
you have something that breaks on you.
to say the least. Yes. I think I turned it a little too soon, but you can see that
It really looks wonderful.
it's working. It's working. It's good. Very good. I think we are done. I want Nathan to have the most of his time, so I'm going to get off up here, and later on, when you have, at the end, we'll be open for question and answer and anything else that you might.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're